of Liberians.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And this is the handshake.
Thank you.
Alright? So we'll keep this relationship going, and when I have age and the young Liberians are coming, please take them on to you and work with them.
Thank you.
I'm done.
Okay.
Thank
I
you
just
so
want
much.
to say something really quick. Thank everyone for being here. Again, you all heard me talk yesterday, so I won't say too much, but everything we're talking about building these relationships, bringing in the private sector, having the right people at the table, we are going to be the ones that help facilitate that as well with you all. We are a partner with you. I'm newly over a year and a half into my tenure as the president and CEO of the World Trade Center, but this is one of my main goals, is to connect Philadelphia to different African countries. And Liberia is one of them that's on my list. And Dominic and I have talked about this in the past. And I'm going to put this on me, Dominic, because you offered a handout for me to come to you to talk to you about this. So I'll make sure before the end of July that I'll be here, and I would love to bring my team down here for a similar tour so that they can understand everything that's going on down here as well. So we'll have that conversation after this, for sure. So thank you.
Go ahead, Dominic. Go ahead, bud.
No, I was just going to praise you. So give me a minute here to praise you. I've worked with Boise for 25 years, and it's just great. He actually worked on the docks, okay? He was unloading the ships. And so we were saying earlier, this all begins with a business relationship. That's why we need the business people, the buyer and the seller. Nothing happens without them. Then once they do their thing, nothing happens without Boise and his men and women who actually move the cargo. I've known Stan probably for about 25 years, and I truly appreciate your role connecting Philadelphia to the world. Sometimes Philadelphia can be, sadly, a little parochial. We can tend to be less international than we should. And so Stan has done a great job, and Tom and his group. The World Trade Center is awesome. Their broader network with the state of Pennsylvania. I'm also on the board of the District Export Council. So there's all kinds of resources for exporters. You were saying at this event yesterday, there were all these exporters. I hope you had some people, usually you do, you're very good, of connecting to the Pennsylvania state resources, and the federal resources, and the city resources, and the WTC resources. Lots of resources. Once they got that sale going, then I'd love to step in, and then I can try to help people on the logistics side.
Great.
So.
You're right. And so, again, we're back to talking about relationships and what happened yesterday. And I still say, no matter what, I know I missed something yesterday. Okay? I missed something yesterday. I missed something that was so good, okay? Because this is what we have been thriving for, okay? Not just to come here and meet every once or twice or whatever we're doing upstairs. We finally got down to business, okay? The business or possible business that truly we start to exploring things. And yesterday was it, okay? So how could we not be there? I put that responsibility on my damn self, okay? How could we not be there? All right? And so, and Dominic, I get it, okay? I tell you, I will engage the chairman. I will engage the chairman, okay? Because certainly, whatever small part that we have, we certainly should be there to be able to come back and report what's going on or where we are. Right or wrong? Okay? All right? You can't do that if you're not there. We're not there. Okay? All right? So again, I have to learn from the past. Okay? I learn, but from this day, I wanna just try to move forward. Okay? I want to try to move forward. Okay? And whatever relationships that you guys, okay, I listened to the dialogue that went on out there just then because they understand what it takes. They're ready to sit down and talk. Okay? All right? But your part in this, brother, I mean, that when we go back, okay, we need to have these conversations. I'm going to have them with the folks to be, with the congressmen and whoever else, these state reps and all that need to be. I'm going to fundraisers this evening. Okay, I'm going to have that, right? What you can bring to help change the atmosphere, and it is not a very nice atmosphere right now. I tell you that. For me, it makes me uncomfortable. Okay, all right. It's uncomfortable that I'm sitting in this freaking little ass room instead of us being upstairs in the conference room. To be honest with you, okay. I don't BS people, bro.
Yeah.
All right. I do not. All right. So let's move forward, okay. And again, with your help. Let's help. Because I can only do with so much. You can only do with so much, okay? You can only do with so much. But what I heard these folks were talking about here today is what we need to be talking about, okay? And then the Port of Philadelphia, we want to talk about the port in the state of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, okay? Then they have to do their part of whatever they need to do to attract certain customers, just like Baltimore do. Just like Baltimore do, Baltimore or whoever it may be. Bring your cargo here. And I get it. I get it with the ships. I get it. I get when all these freight forwarders walk in here. I seen you walk in here with maybe 30 of them.
I was with them yesterday.
Okay, yes,
I was at your conference. I was with a Bulgarian freight forwarder yesterday.
Yeah. I look at these folks. But guess what I understand when they come in? I understand all of them, they come in, but they all of them ain't bringing their freight through Philadelphia.
Interesting.
All right? It might be 30 of them in here, okay? But all they got that on freight, a lot of them is going through Baltimore and other places. So I get it. I want to stop and I want us to move forward, okay, on a positive note. Come here, my friend. Okay, listen again. This, with the utmost respect, is in the head, and we could not have a better person for marketing sitting here with us than him. And I mean that, Dominic. Okay, all right. I mean that. Okay, all right. But you need help. We need help beyond this right now to get done what we need to get done. Okay, all right. I pledge, okay, to these folks sitting around this table, whatever I can do, okay, to help you, okay, but you can help me too. You can help us too by letting this chairman know about the change in the atmosphere of the relationship that we're just what we're having here right now. Okay, all right, and that we need to be engaged a little more.
So along those lines, you were mentioning the Liberian American Chamber, right? And then you're going to be local, right,
That's
Ambassador?
correct.
That's
That's
awesome.
correct.
I think local really helps, especially a place like Philly, which we were saying can sadly occasionally be parochial. We are members of as a port, we are members of the Chilean American Chamber of Commerce and the German American Chamber of Commerce. Should be members of the Liberian American Chamber of Commerce. And I don't make that decision. Boise's the powerful one. He's on the board of directors. He snaps and it happens. Me, I'm a little guy. I say, please, let us join. So I think that helps a lot. And also, I will be reaching out. Make sure you have my card. I will be reaching out. We go to
I'll get you mine.
port dinners, the World Trade Association, the World Trade Center, the Traffic Club of Philadelphia, the American Society of Transportation Professionals, the Council of Supply Chain Management Professionals, all these groups. We go to dinners, networking. I will occasionally have a ticket. Now, I'm obligated to bring shippers because the theory is we government people, we're not that important. Who's important? The shipper, right? The guy with the cargo, the man or woman who owns the freight. They're everything. But sometimes they can't come or there's an extra ticket, and I will reach out and I will say, please come to this dinner. You'll meet some of the port community. Because again, I'm the government guy. It's going to be between two private businessmen who could contract with a business to move the cargo. But that's a way for you to meet some people.
Okay.
I would highly recommend obviously the events of the World Trade Center in Philadelphia. They do a great job educating. There is also a group called the District Export Council of Philadelphia. If you prompt me, I will send you some information on them. I'm on the District Export Council. And again, the ocean carriers don't like one-way trade. They like two-way. So every time we talk about imports, and I love imports, but federal government, they don't like imports, especially now, sadly. State government doesn't care about imports. City government doesn't care. I care. I love imports. But exports help with the imports because the ocean carrier doesn't like to go back empty. He wants the full container both ways. And I know that's a challenge, but there's lots of possibilities there. So we're running a little short here. Yeah, please.
I want our minister to make a comment after all of this.
Sure.
Minister of Agriculture.
Well, I think we are already done with this. I like the way he put it. We want the private sector actors. So as they're going to be inviting you, I want to be able to see how we can link the cocoa producers. That's my concern right now.
Yeah.
I know Hesley is here to do cocoa, chocolate and stuff. We want to be able to see how we link those exporters of cocoa bean to the producers of chocolate here in Philadelphia, or those who export or import the cocoa bean from Africa. We want to have the Liberian market prepared to supply Philadelphia with the cocoa bean that's needed to produce the chocolate that is consumed here. I was just saying last night, I took a kilogram of cocoa bean to Italy, Europe, along with our Liberian coffee, the Liberica coffee, for testing. And the result was excellent. They want more of it. But there is now an incoming regulation in Europe that may constrain our access to that market. We want to be able to have the US as an alternative. I've had this conversation with the previous USAID country manager for Liberia. Then
Which country?
USAID.
USAID.
USAID. We had a conversation.
Yeah.
And we were thinking about finding alternative market for our produce, because if Euro is bringing in constraints to accessing the market, and we have this vast opportunity in US and we have this relationship, why can't we make use of what is in the US? And why can't the US open to us to be able to trade with them?
Yeah.
But again, I know there are changes in the US policy that might not be favorable for us in Africa. We all know the AGOA agreement that's supposed to be ending in September. And I was just surprised that at this time, the US would be thinking about that, given the geopolitical situation now. While others are opening their markets to Africa and the US is narrowing its market, I think it surprises me.
So it does more than surprise me, it angers me, frankly. But,
so we hope we can work along those lines. But for our cocoa and coffee traders, we want to be able to secure opportunity for them, given the fact that the market exists here in the US. And that's why I think the ambassador will be following up to see where we can get the private sector actors. I like the fact government is just a regulator. We watch them do it. But we have to facilitate that engagement between the private individuals to get involved. And we will play our part, making sure that we support the ambassador here to do that connection between the two private individuals that will facilitate the trade between Liberia and America.
Let me add.
This is this is the first time I've seen Stan quiet. Stan is never quiet. So I just wanted him to have a minute to say something.
No, listen, I'm elated that this discussion has moved on to, as Boise pointed out, to an advanced level. As to recognize the fact that Dominic is here and Boise's advocacy for this, he's always been a very great supporter. And I think, as he mentioned, and as you saw in the newspaper and yesterday, the president being here with our president, I don't care what you might think about it. The politics of it is just beautiful for my president to be meeting the president of the Republic of Liberia. That's a deal. Okay. We know my president here, he ain't into peace and all that. He's into doing the deal. You got the cocoa, you got the trade. Let's do the deal. Let's do the deal. And we want to thank all of you guys for being here. So I'm on it. That's why I'm quiet. There's nothing for me to say. There's sometimes you just got to be quiet. And this is the day.
This is the day. I'm going to say something quick.
Chamber, I just want to make a comment, and then I think this directly relates to you. I was sharing that with Ambassador. I know the minister has been looking at trade from Liberia. But more besides, there are a lot of Liberians in the U.S. along the East Coast or even Philly that are shipping, that are exporting. And so this is a very good opportunity how you can then gather your members and see all of them that are shipping and see how you can actually collaborate with the port. I've been speaking with some of the exporters, Liberian exporters. They're using the port of Baltimore and they're living here. Something wrong. There's something not so right. Why are they more? This is their hometown, but they're shipping out of their hometown. So I think if you can strengthen the relationship with, your community, especially those that are involved with business, along with the port, and see what incentives that the port can give them, that'll be a great win for them.
Thank you.
Sam, let me just say that Gaston and I and our team have done some work on the exports from Liberia who specs got the cars, shipping cars and heavy equipment. So we have some data already that Gaston has collected over the last couple of years, who they are, where they're located, and hopefully working with Gurley and the World Trade Center, we can put that data together so we can show Boise and Dominic at least what we have. It may or may not be the volume, but if they're shipping it out, there must be some incentive. So I'm asking some of you guys to get together to lay that data out with Dominic and Boise to see. That's a good beginning as we walk away from here at the end of the day.
And Sam, we at the port also have data that I can get for you.
Okay. Okay, Sam.
Yeah, it's good that Stan mentioned that. I think that study was done through Drexel University. I was told, so that data is there. And Mr. Minister, with respect to the conversation we just had, we're going to do a market analysis with respect to those importers of cocoa beans, and do a comprehensive proposal and report that will guide us through the process. So I will list with Stan and the ambassador, and then that will be put into operation.
Appreciate that.
Are you working with the CMAA at all? So that's the Cocoa Merchants Association of America. They're up in New York, and they're big with the cocoa players, obviously.
We need those contact and traffic stuff.
You there, and I can also, there's a group called the ICE, the Intercontinental Commodities Exchange, which does the actual trading, the big board in New York that does the trading with those commodities. And I have a guy there too. So.
All right, just we'll talk after that, and then thank you.
So the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, which was well represented there yesterday, and I know that they were there yesterday. Okay. Listen, they understand better than anybody what's going on with the businesses. Okay. In the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and what business opportunities that may be out there. And again, okay, I know Dr. Green was there yesterday. All right, how do we connect the dots? It's all about trying to see whether or not we can connect some of these dots or not. Now, some of the dots, as far as the Commonwealth is concerned, okay, even if we can successful as putting Pennsylvania to work, it all might not be coming through the port of Philadelphia, unfortunately. Okay, but I get it. I get that. I get it, but that's just another mountain just something else that we have to figure out. Okay, from the Commonwealth perspective, okay, it's about Pennsylvanians and what can we do? Okay, getting in the ship just through our ports is just another added layer of challenges that we may have. Okay, but generating the business is what it's all about. Number one. So Dominic, I'm going to at our next board meeting, okay, I'm going to ask the chairman that at the appropriate time that you'll come in and be able to talk to the board, okay, speak to the board about this so positive meeting that we had today and the opportunities that your experience of where we are. I can never talk for you. I'm not going to. I don't need to. Okay, but I'm going to ask that you come in. Okay, all right, and explain to the folks that's sitting around that table, to the board members and my colleagues sitting around there, okay, about where we are now, not where we were, but where we think we have the opportunities to go that needs to be explored. Okay, all right. So with that, you know, I said the last time, I get all the tours and all that kind of stuff. When you tour the docks, you see docks all the time. You see the docks. You see ships there, whether it's in Baltimore or whatever. Okay, all right. What do we do to, you know, we have to get this other stuff together that we need to be working on now. It's truly more important. I'm not talking about, I'm not trying to discourage anybody from taking the tour. You want to go down there and look and see how the cars drive off the ship. All well and good, okay? But why I don't want to, you know, it's not about wasting anyone's time right now. We got business to take care of. Real business to take care of, okay? And then when we visit these damn docks, okay, it'll be because we're moving our stuff. We're going down there and we're looking at what we help establish, so to speak. If that makes sense to everybody sitting around here, okay? You visit a dock in Charleston or you visit a dock here, or whether it's there, it's the same damn thing.
Well, let me just ask, how many of you have been to a marine terminal before? Has anyone been to a marine terminal? Okay. Do we need to go?
Yes.
Okay, let's say actually the minister.
Let's go.
Here you go.
Okay. Good. I would recommend we go now because I did put this up. I had.
You still doing a presentation?
No, we won't have time now. But
This is more than.
So it's still about an hour, Dominique, for the tour.
so I just wanted to show you that. I knew you guys were coming in. Know about the flag.
It looks like yours.
Yes. So our van is right out front. We'll have had the air conditioner on. We'll go right out, get on the van, we can do the tour. Okay?
Yes, so.
Yeah, right through those doors.
We'll come right back here, right?
We are.
So that's what I got to talk to Stan about.
If possible, Liberian English.
Let's go
Okay.
to
Okay, I'll see everyone when we get back. Okay, good.
Do you have, by any chance, water for anybody who needs water?
Yeah, listen, right in the refrigerator, right there. Coffee, water.
So anybody who needs water, there's water right there.
I'm gonna be here when you come back here. I'm gonna have all my cards for you too. You coming? Are you gonna come back here for 1 minute when you get back? And then I'll have all my cards here for you. Okay.
You coming? Oh, no, it's.
Did you know 1 in 4 patients who take opioids long-term become addicted? Opioids are strong pain medications like oxycodone, hydrocodone, or morphine. They can help with pain, but they can also lead to addiction and overdose. Take the medication only the way your doctor tells you to take it.